Welcome to Seattle College's international programs and our show Conversations With, where we talk to people that help you understand how you too can be an international student in the United States and why Seattle Colleges should be your first choice. We'll talk to students and staff and agents and government folks, all kinds of people about what you can expect when you're getting ready to apply or travel here, what you'll experience while you're with us, and how it can all lead to an amazing life. Don't forget to check out the Seattle College's International Programs website at intl.seattlecolleges.edu, where you can find a treasure trove of information about the school, the programs here, and best of all, fill out and submit your application. Again, that's intl.seattlecolleges.edu. Hey everybody, it's Evan Franulovich. Welcome back to Seattle, Washington. We're here at the Central Campus today. I have a very special guest today, all the way from our South Campus. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Student at South. So we're really happy to have South represented. Why don't you tell our listeners who you are?
Hello, I'm Tyler. I'm from West Seattle. I live in Gig Harbor, but I'm a student at South Seattle College.
So you currently live in Gig Harbor?
Yeah.
So do you have to take a ferry to get to classes? How do you get to Gig Harbor? Is like on the island, right?
Yeah. You have to. So like, there's like the Tacoma Narrows, right? And so you always have to pay a fee. But that's what I used to do because you could go to Southworth and catch like the boat to go to Vashon to Fauntleroy, but it's just a lot. So me and my mom just carpool together and we just go straight to Seattle.
Does your mom work there?
She works at Starbucks HQ.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you get free coffee?
No.
What? That's terrible.
I know. I used to work for Starbucks too, and I left.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole thing we could get into. I love that.
Thank you.
And we do have some international students that are interested in getting like work experience or internships with places like Starbucks or Microsoft, because these are big international companies.
Right. I would think that's they would have internships and stuff like that. I didn't even think about that. That's smart.
For sure.
That's a really good advice.
We have quite a few students from like Latin America that come from coffee growing regions, and we have a number of Asian students from coffee growing regions, and they're interested.
Yeah, I'm curious to know to compare American coffee compared to really good coffee, because I bet that coffee's really good compared to coffee over there. It's it's all right.
Well, I just went to in the spring, one of my travels was to Kenya and to Ethiopia, and both are coffee countries.
Really?
So I brought back coffee from both Kenya and Ethiopia.
They're
very different, but they're just, I'm a big coffee drinker,
me too.
So it was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you just drink drip coffee, or do you put sugar, cream?
I drink mine black,
Me
so
too.
I want to taste the coffee.
Me too.
Every once in a while I'll throw the creamer in because I want a cup of candy.
Right.
But most of the time I drink it black.
Right. Well, thank you for letting me be on your show. This is really exciting.
Well, this is really exciting.
I'm so happy to be here. I've listened to a lot of episodes, and you're growing. It's really cool to see you grow.
Thanks.
I love it. It's awesome.
He reached out to me, actually. So you're the first guest, I think, who's actually reached out to me and said, hey, I want to be on your show. That's really cool.
Right.
But he's not an international student, so let's get that straight right from the beginning. Tyler is a domestic student.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But not fully fully American. Half of you is
Japanese.
That's right. So he's half Japanese.
Yes, I am.
Which is really cool. So he has that international bent, which is really cool. But we want to know all about South. Students get the choice when they're thinking about coming to the United States, thinking about coming to Seattle colleges. They're like North, Central, South. What's the, what can I expect at those campuses? And I think you're maybe only the fourth guest I've had from South. So
really?
Tell them why you like South.
Oh, I love it. It's amazing. It's great. Well, I don't know if other people agree, but I love South so much.
Gina went to South. She loves it. It's her favorite.
Oh, that's cool.
So why do you like it so much?
Well, I think that the reason I like it so much is because the community's all together, and you can go anywhere and people are just so kind, and the teachers, if you really need help. They'll actually help you in a way, you know, but not all teachers. I had this one teacher, but we'll get into it later. But pretty much, I love how diverse we are, and like there's a lot of international people, not that many international people, but there's like all different types of ages and like people, and just like connect, and it's really cool to see, and I really like it. And we're slowly opening back up, but not as much. But we're
working that direction for sure. Yeah, when I went over there last time, there were quite a few people walking around, which was kind of nice. But yeah, they're still opening up the classes. Did you, by the way, did you happen to meet Monet while you were there? Monet worked at the front desk in the international programs office.
Oh, that's her?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And she's from Japan, and she's in our nursing program.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. So, yes, I did bump into her once. And then I said hello, but she looks like she was not interested whatsoever.
Well, she's probably busy. She sounds really busy. Because she's super friendly.
Right, yeah. She's really nice. She's really cool, but we never didn't click. So.
Well, you should stop by the international programs office.
Does she still work there? Or does she?
No, she's graduated. Okay. I mean, I think she has summer classes, but she's graduated, basically. Right.
Oh, cool. I think I also listened to one episode. One of your coworkers, last name is Nakamura. And so my mom's middle name?
Her last name,
Yeah, is Nakamura.
Right.
It's kind of a crazy world and small.
Maybe you guys are related. You never know.
You never know, yeah.
It's small. So you love South. What do you do at South? And what do you study? What are your classes like? Do you have international students in your classes?
Ooh, good question. So what do I study? I study communications.
Right on.
And so, I really like theater work and like, drama and all that. But South doesn't really have that kind of stuff. But, we're working around it. I took in like 1 or 2 drama classes at South because like, we want to do drama more. And so I know a teacher and she was like, okay, let's do drama. Like, really? She's like, okay. So we did 1 or 2 classes and that's it. And then I have 2 more classes left for South in the fall and I'm done.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm terrified though.
Why?
I don't know what to do next. You know?
Transfer?
I don't know.
That's why you go to a community college. There's a lot of money out there for students, especially domestic students. So, just do your research. But yeah, you transfer to another school and continue your education. There's a lot of, especially for domestic students, there's some good options. I mean, you could go to University of Washington. That's a public university. Yeah. It's amazing.
I heard it's hard to get in, no?
Maybe. Transfer students, I don't know if it's hard for transfer students to get in there or not. But
Is it hard for international students to get into UW, or is it like pretty easy?
It's competitive, but if your grades are good, you've been involved with your classes and with your community, definitely increases your odds of getting in.
Just really quickly, I love your international building. I think it's so cool. Your front desk people are so nice.
Cool. Just so you guys know, if you're listening out there, so Tyler shows up. He came to Central to have this interview. He goes to school at South, but he came all the way into town, which we appreciate. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
And his first time in the building, so he got to meet the students up at the front desk. So that's a good question for you. What should an international student expect when they walk through the doors of the international programs department here at Central? What kind of a reception did you get? Were they friendly? Did they connect with you?
Yeah. Well, I walked in with another international student, and we were just talking. And he's from Taiwan, and I said, hello, hi, I'm going to do a podcast. And they're like, oh, okay, with Evan. I'm like, yeah, you know Evan? Like, yeah, he's a great guy. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And then I don't know how it came upon, but then we just started talking more and more. We started laughing more and more. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, cool, but I don't want to leave, but I got to go. But it was cool. I really like them. They're really nice people.
For sure.
But it's always hard because, it's like, do I say hi? I don't know how they're going to react. I'm like, what do I do? And this and that. But I'm just like, okay, just say hi. And if they, seem like they're interested, then maybe talk more, but they're like, oh, because usually if it doesn't work, I'm like, oh, I'm half Japanese, like, oh, okay, I'm interested more. Okay, great, let's continue to talk, but
Yeah, a lot of international students are concerned, they're shy or maybe they're a little anxious because they don't know anybody. They've flown all this way to come to school here. Are they going to meet domestic students? Do you guys care that they're even here?
Right. Oh, I care. I love them. They're great. Because I think, learning a different culture and learning more about their identity and culture and what they grew up as and what they ate. Oh my god, I think it's so cool. And if they can speak a different language too, I think it's like amazing, you know?
For sure.
And then like eventually if you become friends, you can try some of that food. They can teach you to some spots, you know, that you never knew before. It's like a new chapter and you're like, oh, I'm glad I said hello.
Exactly.
You know?
Well,
like, wow.
a lot of the international students don't have cars.
Yeah.
So they can get downtown no problem.
Right.
But like getting out to Mount Rainier or going over to the Olympic Peninsula or whatever is a little more challenging.
Right.
Are you guys enthusiastic about giving them rides? Or do you have a car?
I do.
I'm not volunteering you, by the way. But I want my listeners to understand that domestic students they're pretty enthusiastic about doing stuff.
Right. I'm enthusiastic. For Mount Rainier, no, because I don't like hiking.
Sure.
I used to love it, but not anymore.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't like it. It's not for me. I hate
What do you
it.
do with your, like, what do you do for fun?
Well, I like to do podcasts. I love the entertainment business.
Sure.
I love meeting new people. I just find like, specifically Asian people and like, you know, because I'm also half Asian, and so like I want to learn more about their culture and this and this and this and that, and like what they do for fun. You know, just try to hang out with them as much as I can.
Right. And they are interested in that for sure.
Yeah.
So if you're out there listening, guys, and you're anxious about will domestic students like us, or are they interested, the answer here is definitely yes.
Yeah. It depends on your personality too, because there's some people who are like, no, don't talk to me. Like, oh.
Right. So your advice would be, hey guys, don't be shy, because we will respond.
Yeah, you never know. You never know who you're going to meet.
Right.
It's crazy because I was thinking about this, right? Like, some people are strangers, but then the moment you say hello, you become like the bestest friends, and that's how you become friends. Like, your best friend that you've known for a while, you guys were strangers once, and without saying hello, you've never met that person.
And now I'm older than you are by quite a bit.
You look really good, by the way.
Thanks so much. Appreciate that. But I will say, as you get older, it gets harder. You know, younger people tend to be a lot more outgoing and like not as much baggage.
Right.
As you get older, that people start getting more reserved and leave me alone kind of stuff. So it's awesome that you have all this energy.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope it rubs off on some of our older listeners.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, like, you know, for like young students too, some people like to go out and drink and all that, but I'm just not a huge drinker either. So there's other ways to, like, you know, hang out with international students. You don't have to go drink. You can go to like the Wajimaya. They got like great food over there. Beanfish is great. Go get some bubble tea.
Go to the comedy club.
Yeah, do that.
So what you guys should know is that Tyler also does some comedy now. Is that right? Yeah.
I do.
So he's doing. So do you have an open mic at South?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell the audience about what you guys do?
So what I do. So pretty much I go to South Seattle College, and then the Alki Cafe. Thank you. Approached me. He's like, hey, we're trying to, like, you know, bring more students in, this and this and this and that. And I know that you do like entertainment business. I do stand up. Would you want to do like an open mic? Like each month? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, by myself. They're like, yeah, do you want to? I'm like, no, I can't do that by myself. Are you kidding? But let me just talk to my friends, and then we'll come together and we'll figure something out. And then, and so we did that 1 month, and we got like a whole bunch of people and my friends, and we just did it for like 4 hours.
4 hours? Oh my gosh.
Insane. Yeah, she forgot to tell me, like, oh, by the way, you have 4 hours.
What?
4 hours of stand-up? That's crazy.
So, were you able to fill that time?
Yeah, because, like, you know, each of us has, like, 5 sets, and so...
Man!
Yeah, and some of us were, like, doing improv, and, like, some of us were,
that's
like,
kind of fun.
doing stand-up. So, like, every time someone did stand-up, we do improv. So after improv, we do stand-up, and, like, we do, like, group scenes where, like, we all come together, and we do, like, a fun group thing, and we do stand-up. And it came, like, kind of quick, though.
Right.
Yeah, but some people, I can understand, they don't understand what improv is. So it's like the first time seeing what it was, they're like, what is this?
So maybe we have international listeners that don't know much about improv.
Yeah.
Can you tell them what it is and what you guys do?
Yeah, so improv is like you get on stage with so when you're doing improv, you have like a duo partner, like other people that's on stage with you. And then like you're like, hey, you speak to the audience and you're like, hey, can I get a suggestion? And then from there, you tell a whole story from it.
So I would say something like, you're a factory worker and one of you has a spike through the head.
Yes, and then you play off a scene off of that, like, oh, I'm working, and the other guy's like, oh, hey, Bob, how you doing? Going through this, and you're like using your hands and your motion and like your body, and like you're like, oh my god, watch out, and then like all of a sudden you get a spike through your head and you start freaking out, and it becomes like a whole comedy thing, you know?
Right. That is really fun.
Yeah, it is. Have you been?
I've done improv myself.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. I think I've done quite a bit of improv.
You should go check out Unexpected Productions, because that's why I learned improv, because I learned it for 4 to 5 years.
Are international students welcome to try?
Yeah, I think so, because there's open mic nights on Wednesday nights.
Cool.
So, yeah, if you ever feel like doing improv with me, we should do it.
Right.
It's really fun.
Or if you're already a student at Seattle colleges,
come to my open mic.
Right.
Too,
go to the open mic at South. When is it again?
Oh, I don't really know. We don't have anyone coming up yet because it's the summertime, but hopefully in the fall.
But you do put it in the newsletter, or?
Yeah, on their Instagram page.
Instagram page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alki Cafe.
You know, you might want to share that information with the international programs people, because they have their own newsletter that they put out every month, and you might start drawing more international students.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd
That's
be very
smart. Cool. Did I tell you that I was actually talking to one of the international students, and it's so cool that you guys do events for each other.
For sure.
I heard that you guys are going to go to Wild Waves next week.
We're going to Wild Waves next Friday.
So cool.
That'll be really fun.
That's amazing. How many are you guys going? How many?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Francisco, who's our international ambassador that's kind of heading it up.
Yeah.
But yesterday they just did a picnic in the park here at Cal Henderson Park, and they had a bunch of people show up.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even a formal event. They just got on their WhatsApp and sent out a message to all the international students that are on there and go, hey, we're going to do this. And
that's so
people
cool.
showed up. It was really
amazing.
Cool. Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, I love how internet can really help us.
Right.
Us on the map.
Right. Are you on WhatsApp?
No.
No, we got to get you on WhatsApp and then talk to Francisco, and then you can see what's happening with the international students. Because you could show up. They would love. I mean, most of the international students I talk to want to interact with domestic students. They want to meet them because they're here for the cultural experience too.
I love meeting international students. You should come and say hello to me. I'd love to show you around.
There you go. Go to South, guys.
Yeah.
But you'll have to keep in touch with us to let us know where you go after you transfer, because then they can find you there.
Right.
We have students here at Seattle Central and at North that like to go to the U District, or they'll go to the University of Washington because they've already started meeting students.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
From that are so there's international students here. There's international students at University of Washington, Seattle University.
I have a question for you. Do you ever have international students come back to visit and say hi? I'm like, hey, how are you?
We do, yeah. Every once in a while, yeah. In fact, we always like to find those guys because we like to know what happened after you left.
Right.
Was it a good transfer? Did you like the place you went? Did you like your major?
Right.
Did you feel well prepared? That kind of stuff.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
And hopefully, as more people listen into the podcast, maybe you're a Seattle College's grad out there listening in. We'd love to have you back for a podcast interview. Just tell us about your post experience.
Right. And then I also noticed when I was walking around the buildings, it's so cool that international buildings have different clubs.
Tons.
That's amazing. That's one thing that South doesn't have. Since I work in the club center over there, I want to do more of that, which is kind of inspiring that you guys kind of do. It's really cool to see, because I saw that Japanese club and there's another club.
Right.
Wow, you guys have everything.
There's no reason you guys couldn't do that. You should really meet the international ambassador from South. So just stop by the international programs office. I think they're there Monday through Thursday. And just introduce yourself and say you want to connect with the international ambassador. And then just start doing collaborative kinds of things. So in the fall, we had a big Halloween party here.
That's awesome.
And it was a combination between the student leadership for the domestic students and the international students. So they worked together. It was awesome.
That's cool.
It was really cool. You can go on. Actually, you can go onto YouTube and watch the video from the Halloween party. Yeah.
Oh, did you dress up?
I did not, because I was just shooting film. I was just filming it.
Right.
But everybody else did. There were some amazing
costumes.
Went? Yeah, there was over 100 people.
Really?
Yeah, it was really. It was in the room just down here at the end. There's a big ballroom, and so it was pretty full.
That's awesome.
It was great.
Are you guys doing another one or no?
Well, I'm going to encourage them if they haven't already thought about it. But it was so popular last year, they really should do it again.
Awesome. That's cool. Have you ever thought of... Oh, sorry.
No, as I said, we also did a spring formal at North Seattle College, and we had both domestic and international students for that event, too.
That's awesome. I think there's this one Japanese woman that I was talking to. Her name's Nao. And she post a lot of Japanese stuff. And I think a couple months ago, she had a Japanese club, and they went to the picnic, and they started doing like this cool, like Japanese things. Like I don't know, have you ever heard of like where like you get a watermelon, and then like they blindfold you and they spin you around. You get a bat and you try to hit the watermelon.
No, I've not seen this. Sounds like a piñata kind of thing. But
yeah. And then after
with
that,
a Japanese spin on it.
Yeah. And then after that, you're breaking you eat it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and I saw that, and it was like a lot of international folks too. I'm like, that's so cool how you guys can like connect.
Right.
You guys can have fun.
Well, so now you know what to do. You go and connect with those guys at the thing, and maybe get some stuff going at South. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We want more people to come to South because it is such a great campus.
It is a really good campus. It's really cool. There's a cafe now, which is great. We needed that.
I wish we had a cafe like that.
You guys don't have one?
Well, we have food available to us. Like we have the culinary center up there, and we do have the coffee shop that opens when classes are in session.
Right. Okay.
But it's not quite as cool as the Alka Cafe.
Right.
You guys have kind of a cool cafe.
Yeah, we do. It's new.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, they've got food, they've got coffee, good coffee.
Yeah, they got cookies too.
Yeah, right.
That's a good part.
And they've got lots of tables, so you can just go in there and chill. Right. It's really amazing.
Right. What else? The bookstore. We have the bookstore at South Seattle. There's a library too. We've got,
That's a nice library.
Really it's big. Yeah. Yeah, I went to go check out
your gym.
Yeah, that's new too. We have
it's bloody fantastic.
I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, thanks for that's new. That's like a couple months new.
Yeah, it's really nice. If you haven't been in there, if you're a South student, whether you're domestic or international, go check it out. It's really cool.
It is really neat.
I mean, we have a great gym here and at North. North's really nice too, but that's really new.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've never seen more of a beautiful. It still has that gym smell.
Yeah. Well, in the area where they have all the weightlifting equipment and the bicycles and stuff, it's brand new equipment. And there's all these windows, and you can just go in and work out.
Yeah. Like yesterday, I actually was. I'm trying to do new things in life, and I'm trying to learn how to play basketball. And so actually, this ties in with the international students. One of my friends named Jessie. She works at the International Student Building, and she plays. She was not a professional basketball player, but she liked it. And she saw that I was playing basketball, and she was actually, "Hey, you want to play?" And I can teach you. And she taught me, and I'm really sore today.
Well, keep going back. You won't be sore today. That's awesome.
Right. So another great thing of like meeting international folks, you never know until like you try it, and then like you can play basketball with each other too.
Well, I should tell you, we have an event coming up for summer. It's a volleyball event.
Oh, that's awesome.
One of the parks. Okay. And I'm guessing you would be welcome to come and hang out with the international students. They might have a flyer in the international programs office. If not, we'll get you on that WhatsApp thing with Francisco. You'll get tuned in.
Cool. You lived in China, right?
Yeah, I was there for 4 years. So
that's amazing.
It was really
because
cool.
I bet there's a lot of international people there. No?
Interesting. Yeah, China is getting more and more international students. They're a lot more inexpensive than here. But in my personal opinion, like the quality of the education is maybe... I mean, it's a good quality of education, but it's just different than what you get here in the States. So, but they get a lot of, I saw a lot of students from Africa.
That's cool.
A lot of students from, South Asia, Southeast Asia. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
But not quite the presence as we have here, for sure.
I see. I also went to the International Building yesterday, too, and your name is quite popular over there. I'm like, oh my God, you gotta go meet Evan. I'm like, okay.
Come meet Evan. Right, he's famous.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, well, hopefully more and more famous. We really want to get this podcast and the videos that we have out there to everybody, and the fact that I'm involved with them.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I think South needs to start doing podcasts soon, doing what you're doing, because it's really cool.
Yeah,
I think it's
really
amazing.
Informative, for sure. And it's great to have good guests like you, thanks for coming on.
Oh,
hey, do you hear that? That means it's trivia time. Now, this is a little different because you are a domestic student, but we ask a series of 5 questions. If you get them all correct, you get on our wall of fame. If you don't get them all correct, it's okay. I'm not going to shame you too much. It's a safe space here. You're going to be fine. All right, so question number 1.
Okay.
Each campus has its own mascot.
Oh, yes.
What is the mascot for South?
Oh, that's a sea otter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, for bonus questions,
Is the name?
what are the mascots at Central and North?
Okay, so Central is this one, right?
Yeah.
I saw there's a tiger.
Yeah.
The North, I don't know.
The North is the tree frogs.
Oh, yeah. I would never
That's
guess
really
it.
good that you knew it. That's cool. You got 2 out of the 3. That's great.
I heard that you guys are looking for a name, too, for yours.
I think they already did it, but I don't know the results. I don't know what they came up with. Because what's the name of the otter?
It starts with an S.
I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
But I know it's a female name.
Yeah,
I think.
it is. Yeah.
You can find out. You know, they have a sea otter costume.
Yeah, they do.
For the bath.
Yeah, and then they got someone
cool
stole it.
Someone stole the.
Yeah, someone stole it. They're trying to get a new one. Yeah,
that's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, if you're out there and you're listening and you have that, we want it back. Bring it back, please. All right, question number 2. What is the name of the beach close to the South Seattle campus? There's a really well-known beach close to the south. Or how about I say it?
Lincoln Park?
No, name.
Alki?
Alki, yes,
okay.
Exactly. Nice job.
Okay.
All right, good deal. Number 3. What is the name, or actually, let me ask you this. Name 2 really well-known tourist attractions that international students should check out in downtown Seattle.
Oh, okay. The Gum Wall.
Gum Wall?
Of course, and then, does this one count the Pike Place Market?
Of course it counts.
Or is that like connected to the Gum Wall? Or is that 2 different
things?
They're
kind of different. I mean, they're right in the same vicinity, but I mean, the market is kind of its own deal for sure.
Yeah. The Gum Wall, and you gotta watch improv.
Yeah, and you should come watch improv, right?
Or do it.
Do improv. Oh my gosh. So name 2 comedy clubs in Seattle.
I think the one in Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Called Comedy Bar.
I think it's the Seattle Comedy Bar or something like that.
Right. And what was the other question? Sorry, what?
Like 2 comedy clubs.
Oh.
What's the one in the south near you that you've gone? Isn't there one in the?
I don't know.
Downtown. All right. Well, you can Google it, guys, and find out. But there's some really great comedy clubs in Seattle. Oh, I know. All right. They can't win them all, right? Okay. Here's a good question for you. Name 2 professional sports teams in Seattle.
Okay, Seahawks and the Sounders.
Seahawks and the Sounders are?
Soccer.
Yeah. Soccer's big here.
Yeah. I'm more of a Seahawks fan.
Okay. Do you go to the games?
They're expensive.
They're really expensive.
But my mom goes crazy for it.
Oh.
She starts yelling at the TV. But while my dad's taking a nap.
Well, I'm a big Sounders fan because I'm really getting into soccer more and more. Last 4 World Cups I've watched with my kids.
Really?
And we're really into it now. And so we're really excited that Seattle is going to be host to some of the World Cup games.
That's so cool.
It's amazing.
We got really excited for that. Because anything Seattle will really take pride in that.
For sure. I mean, we're sharing it with Canada and Mexico, but some of the games in the United States are going to be played in Seattle. Right. So if you're a big football or soccer fan, it's not American football, it's European football, but come to Seattle in the next.
We're very sport orientated. We love it.
Yeah, we've got the Storm, which is women's professional basketball. We've got the Kraken now, the hockey team.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sports going on.
Even though I don't watch, soccer all that much, but if they win, then get really excited for it.
For sure. Yeah, the town goes kind of nuts.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, baseball too.
We'd like to see the Mariners go. The Mariners are our baseball team if you're listening. We'd like to see them go to the series one day.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but
But have you been in the stadium, the T-Mobile Park?
Actually, I went with the international students. Actually, we all as a group, we all went to the baseball game.
Oh, you went to that?
Yeah.
That was a really popular event, right?
Yeah.
Lots of people.
So. Yeah.
And what a cool park. I mean, there's no bad seats.
No, I don't think so. No. It's cool because you look up and there's planes flying.
Right.
It's like, oh, that's nice.
And it's fairly affordable.
Right.
Comparatively.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a huge baseball person, so I kind of left and just walked around the park and did my own thing with my friends. But, that was really fun.
But you can just sit in the outfield, get a seat in the outfield, and just eat peanuts and drink.
Yeah, beer if you want.
Beer or soda or whatever, and just talk or whatever. Yeah, when I was in the military, we would go up to Candlestick Park in San Francisco. They don't play there anymore, but at the time it was Candlestick Park. Yeah. And military people they just show their ID. We got in for free.
Really?
So our seats were out in the outfield, so we just get peanuts and sit out there. So fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, final question. Yeah. Name the last movie that you saw.
The last movie I saw? That's a good question. Like in theaters or like?
Yeah, in movie theaters.
Oh, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I heard that was...
It was okay.
It was okay. The first one was really good. Yeah.
Because I like comedy, so the second one's more dramatic. Oh. So there's, people are going to hate this, but I like the first one better.
No, I think a lot of people would agree with you.
I don't know.
I think so, yeah. And good soundtracks, too, right?
Yeah.
Good music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Music's great.
Cool. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of summer movies out right now. We've got Mission Impossible, Indiana Jones, Asteroid City.
There's a lot of good movies coming out.
And Oppenheimer's coming out. Which one of those are you most interested in seeing?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know.
Okay. Well, what genre do you like the most?
I like action, comedy,
Mission Impossible is definitely action.
Stuff too. Yeah, I'd say Mission Impossible just because it's Mission Impossible.
Dude, we saw it at Alderwood, and they have this IMAX screen that is amazing.
Really?
I thought it was a really good movie, and I'm pretty critical.
It part one?
This is the first part, yes. First part of a two-part. Okay. And they did a really good job. And I wasn't very optimistic because I haven't been happy with the last few.
Did you watch the Transformers movie yet? Did I heard that?
No, I'm not going to either. Because I don't like. I saw the very first Transformers, and I don't need to see a Transformers.
That's fair. Yeah.
Well, they're always the same to me.
I never actually watched any Transformers, so.
Yeah. Well, maybe watch the first one. I mean, if you're a Megan Fox fan, you'll definitely like the first one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, I mean, that's one of the big attractions.
That's so funny, right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you also like Megan Fox's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
well, right?
And she's in that one as well.
I like the turtles.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, I always like to close the program with words of advice for our international students, either the ones that are already here or advice for students that are overseas right now, kind of thinking about coming over to the United States. They haven't decided if it's going to be Seattle Colleges or another school, but like, what advice can you give them help them make a decision or help them feel more comfortable about Seattle Colleges as their decision?
I think, Seattle Colleges is just a good place to start, because you never know. Even if you're an international student, there's going to be other international students there, and that's how you meet other international students. And then, like, eventually, a domestic student will probably come through. And also, I don't know if anyone's said this in your podcast yet, but don't be shy. You can always just say hi to people because they will say hi. We look reserved, but if you just come up and say hi, it's fine. It's okay. So don't be shy. Say hello.
Say hello. We got students that want to talk to you, for sure. Tyler's one of them, so you can always go to South and track him down. Go see the open mic and hear how funny he is.
No promises, though. I might not be funny.
So. Brave, if nothing else, just getting up in front of people. That's a big deal. So. Yeah. All right, well, good deal. Great to have you here today. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, nice. We'll see you soon at South.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Conversations With is painstakingly crafted for you by the Seattle College's International Programs Department and supported by the lovely folks here on our campus. This show is produced and edited by me, Evan Franulovich. We welcome your emails and questions about coming to Seattle Colleges. Please reach out to us via our website or just give us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, as this helps others discover the show. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube at Seattle Colleges INTL. That's Seattle Colleges INTL. And be sure to check out all of the shows here on Conversations With. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.